Hey guys, welcome to the review, and today we're going to be talking about Cogsworth. So I finally got enough tokens to unlock them because they did the 2 times the tokens when you play his node, and I was able to get a lot of tokens from it, and I was just trying to save up so that way I could do this video. So hopefully I have enough to get him to tier 3 like I normally do and show a comparison. So at first, let's take a look at him real quick. He is a defensive character. He does have 42 offense, 25 in defense, and 360 in health. He is a 2-star, so I don't have enough for a 3-star yet when I unlock him. But I'm really close, really close. So later on I'll do another video when I add him on, when I get some of the other characters. I'll do that video there. But let's get him to level 30. Alright. So right now at a star 2, he has an offense of 102, defense at 61, health 1821. He has an overall power of 69. Let's gear him up. So I just have enough, and I probably could do more. Awesome. So anyways, we got Cogsworth at tier 3. Let's see what his stats are now. He has an offense of 152. He has a defense of 78 and a health of 2661. I think this is not too accurate, obviously, because he's a star 2, but having a defense of 78 with a defensive role is kind of crappy. His speed is the same as any other defensive character, so that's okay. Let's take a look at him real quick at his basic skills, or in all of his abilities. So here's his basic. His basic deals to 114 damage to a target opponent, 30% chance to inflict defensive down for 1 turn. At level 2, he gets a 15% chance to inflict defensive down. So instead of being 30, it'll be 45. Then at level 3, with a gear 5, you get a 50% damage increase. And then at level 4, with a 15% chance to inflict defensive down, with a gear 7, he can have that. So instead of being 45, it'll be 60% chance. So not bad. This is not the greatest skill, but okay. Let's take a look at his next one. Now this one may actually be helpful now that I'm seeing this. So his special, which is called I'm in Charge here, it purges haste and defensive up on a target opponent and adjacent opponents, and it gains a taunt for 1 turn. So this is not bad. Obviously, if you play against a Frozen team, and this is kind of what I've been reading also, this Beauty and the Beast squad is actually a counter to the Big Hero 6. Because the Big Hero 6, when you have Honey Lemon, who she throws out her haste all the time, this is going to be removing that. And the defensive up, I don't see too much. That usually happens on, like, for example, Kristoff. He has a defensive up a lot of times. I don't remember seeing much characters with that, with the Big Hero 6, but I could be wrong. But this is kind of the idea behind this character is, or these characters, is to be the counter to the Big Hero 6. And now at level 2, you get a 30% chance to flip haste and defensive up instead. So instead of purging, you basically will give them instead of haste, it'll be slow, and a defensive down, depending on it is with a 30% chance. At level 3, with a gear 5, you get 15% chance to flip, so instead of being 30, it'll be 45. And then at level 4, with the gear 7, if haste was purged or flipped, gain haste for 2 turns. If defense up was purged or flipped, gain defensive up for 2 turns. That's a really cool thing. You gotta get to gear 7 to do it, but I mean, that's really cool because that's kind of like a way to either remove it or give them the counter to it, and at the same time gain that ability. So that's really useful. You really want to get to that level if you're leveling up your characters, especially since you need to get to gear 7 and star 7 with these characters, so you can fully unlock Beast in his full form type of attacking. So not bad. Now this seems to me more like kind of like Olaf has for Frozen, and he gains stealth for 1 turn and gain empowered. If empowered on the start turn, perform the following. Then he will lose it empowered, lose his stealth, but deals up to 627 damage to an opponent with the highest defense, gain ignored defense as well. So you're going to need This one's a little bit tricky, I think, because he gains the stealth, he gains the empower, but then at the same time he'll lose both of them once he deals the damage, and he gains an ignore defense on that particular character. So seems a little weird. But anyways, at level 2 with a gear 4, grants haste for self and adjacent characters for 1 turn. So this is very similar to Anna. Anna puts haste on all the characters around her. So this is very similar to that. So this one's going to be a very useful character in the sense of strategizing which characters are going to be able to get haste and remove haste and things of that sort. So that's not bad. And then at level 3 with a gear 6, gains a 50% damage increase. Then at level 4 with a gear 8, which is the newest one, 5% defensive ignore per kingdom teammate. So very interesting. It involves kingdom characters and it gains an increase similar to the Big Hero 6 that does it with tech characters. You got the kingdom characters here, so and you have a lot of kingdom characters that are really good. So this is really useful. All right, so then the next one is his passive, and Be Our Guest is the name, which is great. At the start of the battle, grant 10% of this character's defense as bonus defense to the adjacent teammates. This lasts until the character is defeated. On the start, on this character or adjacent teammates receive slow, 30% chance to cleanse slow. So not bad. I'm a little confused as why we would do a receiving slow. I mean, I'm not sure if this means for this one. It just seems very weird. Wow. Anyways, at level 2, 15% chance to cleanse slow for kingdom teammates. So that's at gear 5. And then at level 3 with the gear 7, 5% defensive granted as bonus defense. So very interesting character. As far as passive, it's really interesting because it grants that character defense and also adjacent defense, but also on this character and adjacent characters it receives slow for a 30% chance. So this is kind of weird because you're gaining a defensive up, but at the same time if you strategize him and tactically put him behind offensive characters that you want to do a lot more turns, you're going to get a slow to that character. It just seems very weird. I'm not sure if this is a reason for another character pairing, that's the reason why it works better. I'm not sure. But anyways, let's check them out in some quick gameplay. Alright, so I got my team together and you can see Cogsworth already did his passive real quick. And let's see what he can do. I put it at a lower level than what I normally choose when I do my testing, just because he's a star 2 and I just want to see if there's a huge impact on star 3s, which are these enemies are at star 3, so that way we can see if there's any plus to them. But let's take a look. So he purges haste and defensive up to a target opponent and adjacent, which that doesn't work there, and he gains stealth and gains empower. So I'm gonna try this one first. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Oh, that's cool. Alright, that was the passive. Awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna just do this just to see. There's the taunt. Okay.
Oh, that was silly.
Alright, so we're gonna try his basic. This isn't gonna do a lot, but let's just see the defensive down aspect. And it didn't happen this time. Okay.
I'm gonna skip ahead.
Nothing purged, but it's fine. So, yeah, Cogsworth is not, I guess, like the best character right now, but again, a lot of his skills and abilities are attributed to, purging of haste and defensive downs and stuff of that sort. So it's really amount of a character that is going to have that constantly, that he's going to be more beneficial. Like I said, as I was reading, this is more of a counter towards the Big Hero 6 squad that constantly has that continuous haste aspect behind it, and defensive up or offensive up, stuff like that. So, this is going to be interesting testing more on the sense if I get against a Big Hero 6 squad. But he is needed in order for you to get Beast, so definitely unlock him. And that way, as high as you can, I would say at least to star 5. Don't go any higher than that unless you really want Beast to be, at level 7. Like Elsa has to be. You have to have all the characters at star 7 in order to do that. But at the very least, get them to star 5, so at least you can unlock Beast. So, anyways, that's all I got for today. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Appreciate you taking the time. Hit that like and subscribe button below, and I will see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye.